Iceberg videos have emerged as a very popular genre on YouTube in the past year. If you don't know what iceberg videos are, the tip of the iceberg is the lighthearted stuff and things most people know. The bottom of the iceberg is the dark, maybe obscure details that people may not know. I went on to r/IcebergCharts on Reddit to find this iceberg. I'll leave it linked in the description below. But let's start with the first level. Happy Current Mickey is the picture. Disneyland cats. When Disneyland first opened in 1955, it's reported that when Imagineers went to construct Sleeping Beauty walkthrough attraction in Sleeping Beauty's castle, they found a bunch of cats living in the castle. They knew they couldn't kill them, so they made them employees. By employees, I mean letting them all out at night to eat the mice and other rodents to keep Disneyland clean. Ashes in the Haunted Mansion. This is quite common. People like to spread the ashes of loved ones at their favorite Disney attractions, and Haunted Mansion is a popular one to do so. I don't really recommend doing this since your loved one will eventually get cleaned up and end up in a landfill instead of the mansion. Walt's Frozen Head. This one's simple. There is a rumor that underneath the Magic Kingdom in the Utilidors, Disney froze Walt Disney's head. Forced perspective is a technique used by Disney to make something seem bigger than it is. George is a friendly ghost who haunts Pirates of the Caribbean. Utilidors are underground tunnels underneath the Magic Kingdom used by cast members to get from, let's say, Frontierland to Tomorrowland without ever being seen from guests. River Country. Disney's first ever water park that closed in 2001 and has been abandoned into 2018. Cinderella Castle Suite. A resort suite in Cinderella Castle in Magic Kingdom. 30 steps from a trash can. Walt himself made sure there were no trash around Disneyland, so his solution was every 30 steps there would be a trash can for trash. Walt's Candle. Walt Disney himself had an apartment at Disneyland above the fire station in Main Street. In the fire station window, there's a lamp that would be turned on to let guests know that he was in the park. Since his death, the lamp has been on. Club 33, a very exclusive club in Disneyland, Magic Kingdom, and Epcot. Andy's Coming is something the characters in Toy Story yell if Andy is coming to the room. Guests used to be able to yell Andy's coming and the Toy Story walk-around character would stop at what they were doing and act lifeless. This secret detail spread and more and more people started yelling it, and for cast safety, Disney had to tell Woody, Buzz, and Jessie not to act lifeless anymore. Next level. Main Street windows. This refers to the names on the Main Street in Main Street, USA. Half light bulb. At the Coca-Cola refreshment corner in Main Street, USA, there are red and white light bulbs on the ceiling. One day, Walt was walking through Disneyland, Main Street, and noticed there were two white light bulbs next to each other. He called over a painter and told him to paint one side red so there won't be two white light bulbs. Monorail deaths. Tragically, Disney World monorails have had accidents in the past, the most famous being the 2009 Monorail Pink and Monorail Purple collision that cost a cast member his life. Mr. One Way, a ghost that reportedly haunts Space Mountain. America Sings Death. America Sings was a Disneyland attraction in the 1970s. It was the same rotating theater as Carousel of Progress. One day, the hostess got too close to the moving wall and the non-moving stage and was crushed to death. Haunted Mansion security footage. A video that shows a ghost walking down the path that leads to the Haunted Mansion. But this has been proven false by Captain Disillusion. I'll leave his video in a card for him to explain it better, but what really happened is a video of an empty walkway. Somebody took that and overlaid it with a different video of a maintenance worker walking. Walt is alive. This is pretty self-explanatory. This is not true, but a theory. Some people conspire that some people, Tupac, Walt Disney, Michael Jackson, Elvis is a big one, are actually not dead but still alive and living a second life now. Platform Delta. When I researched this, it took me to another ghost video on the Tower of Terror. It's a maintenance worker riding it. On his left shoulder, a ghost appears for a split second. This again looks like a video overlap to look like a ghost. Pirates of the Caribbean Real Bones. This is a rumor that has been neither confirmed nor denied by Disney. The only piece of real information we have is from the book Pirates of the Caribbean from the Magic Kingdom in the movies. The author, Jason Sorrell, wasn't born yet, so this is not a first-hand source, but according to him, Walt was impressed by the attraction except for the skeletons. So the Imagineers reached out to the UCLA Medical Center to see if they had real skeletons. They did, and they fit in with the attraction. Since then, the ability to create lifelike skeletons grew, and the real ones were taken out, except for the skull and crossbones on the bed. Next level, Snow White dies. There are two explanations for this. Since this is a Disney Parks iceberg, I believe this refers to the end of Snow White's Scary Adventures, where the evil hag pushes a boulder onto the rider, which is supposed to be Snow White. The other explanation is a fan theory that tries to prove that Snow White actually dies at the end of the movie. Escape from Tomorrow. This was a movie that was shot around Disney illegally. It's about a man who goes crazy while at Disney World. Unfortunately, this is not a very good horror movie, and is known in the Disney community as one of the worst. Discovery Island, an abandoned island in Bay Lake. It used to be a mini theme park, but closed due to the success of Animal Kingdom. It had the same idea as Animal Kingdom. It was homes to birds, monkeys, swans. After the island closed, some animals were moved to Animal Kingdom. Some birds inherit this island now, plus the occasional urban explorer. Big Red. I have no idea what this means. There's a movie about a dog called Big Red. Maybe it's... I don't know what makes the Red Man red from Peter Pan. I don't know. I'm sorry. Hell, surprisingly, there are a lot of things in movies and even an attraction in Disney World that has hell in them. The attraction being Mr. Toad's Wild Ride that sends you literally to hell. Javier Cruz. I do know what this is. He was a friend of Pluto in the Magic Kingdom parade. In 2004, he was unfortunately run over by a parade float and was killed. Urban exploring blackmail. So, urban explorers are people who trespass anywhere, not just Disney, and film themselves doing so. And I believe this is referring to Matt Sanzwa, who made a video about Disney blackmailing him. I won't get into the controversy, but the blackmail part, he claimed that Disney made him delete some videos on his channel, or they would fire or ban some of his friends. The Haunted Mansion window ghost. This is an effect on the Haunted Mansion windows that make it seem like there's ghosts behind them. No one can die at Disney. This is not true. People have died at Disney, unfortunately. We talked about some of them today. What this possibly refers to is that no one can be pronounced dead at Disney. And this might be the case because you need a doctor and a hospital, but since there are no actual hospitals on Disney property, this is quite possibly true. But then again, people can be pronounced dead on site, so I'm just not sure with this one. Next level, emu meat. This is a rumor that Disney's turkey legs are actually emu, not turkey meat. This rumor was started on Conan and explains why the legs are so big.
Which, by the way, I don't know if you know this, the turkey legs at Disneyland, I've come to find out, are not actually turkey.
What are you talking about? Wait, emu. The big turkey legs that people eat?
They're emu legs.
This is not a true rumor and has been proven false by executive chef at the Magic Kingdom. Jungle Cruise frogs. The Jungle Cruise frogs are old animatronics from the Jungle Cruise. They were there in 1971 and 1972, but it is unknown exactly when they were taken away. Matterhorn Christmas tree. In the 1960s, a giant star was put on top of the Matterhorn around Christmas time. UFO. In early 2020, there was actually a UFO sighting in Disneyland. Westcott. This is a scrap second theme park in Disneyland. It would have been the West Coast equivalent to Epcot, complete with its own World Showcase and domed Future World. California Adventure has since been placed where a Westcott would have been. Galaxy's Edge cover-up. No idea what this means. Land in Texas. Disney once bought land in Texas for what was believed going to be a third gate. Unfortunately, despite the rumors, nothing has happened with it. Slain Knights. There used to be a night jump scare in the Haunted Mansion to add another level of scare in the 80s. The reason it isn't there anymore was because the jump scare scared the guests so they would either hit the night or throw things at the night. Chewy mode. This is a mode in Smuggler's Run that will play Wookiee sounds whenever something is hit. Yippie's Riot, an event that took place in 1970 at Disneyland. Yippies took over Disneyland and forced it to close for the rest of the day. Tiki Room Fire. I think everyone knows the infamous Enchanted Tiki Room under new management, but I believe that the reason that it closed was because in 2011, the building caught a small fire and damaged the Zazu and Iago animatronics. COVID cover-up. This actually happened last year. This was an alleged crime by Disney to make sure no one got COVID-19 at their theme parks. How did they do it? By covering up the positive cases and tying them to somewhere else. Disney Quest fire. There were 2 small fires at Disney Quest, one in 2007 and one in 2013. Boneyard. There is a kids' playground in Disney's Animal Kingdom called Boneyard. Other than that, I don't know this one. Alien Encounter documentary. Back in the 90s when Disney was opening Alien Encounter, they made a documentary to promote the attraction and to explain more about extraterrestrial life. Hidden Cave to Disneyland. In 2012, David August uploaded a fake video showing a cave to Tom Sawyer Island. Madame Leota Real Seance. Seance means a meeting where people try to make contact with the dead. I couldn't find a single thing about this when I looked, and I'm so sorry that I couldn't find anything. Proposition 65 refers to regulations with a warning label. Warning, the product contains chemicals known to the state of California to cause cancer and birth defects or other reproductive harm. Disneyland has been forced to display this warning and people debate why. Tower of Terror, body under the stairs. In Tower of Terror there are fake legs under a staircase. Cartoon Man. This is a creepypasta. There are variations of it on YouTube. I don't like that stuff. If you like it, look it up on YouTube, if those are your thing. Muppet Vision 3D Lost Pre-Show. Couldn't find anything about this. I contacted people that might have it. No idea what that is. Haunted Mansion 1966 version. Haunted Mansion debuted in 1969. Before that, it was a walk-around haunted house. Mr. Toad's Wild Ride last night. Mr. Toad's Wild Ride was a fan favorite at Magic Kingdom. It has closed, but many fans didn't want to and protest in front and in the Magic Kingdom.
A group of Disney fans is hopping mad about plans to close one of their favorite rides. And as Beth Sherman reports, they're hoping you'll jump on the chance to save the Wild Ride.
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea leak. While I'm guessing this is the pictures of the closed attraction when it was abandoned by Dave Ensign and other explorers. Escher's Keep, a maze in the Kingdom Keeper's book that sends you to the castle moat if you fail. No, this is not real. Epcot lost pavilions. Epcot had more planned pavilions in the World Showcase like Equatorial Africa, Israel, Spain to name a few, but due to the budget, they were never made. Atlantis Exploration was a rumored replacement to 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Disney Secret Service, a nickname for the security placed in the shops that dress like park guests. Epcot phone number. In the UK, there are telephone booths that you could call if you wanted to back in the day, but those phones no longer work. Last level, Ratatouille ride cancelled. This is not true. Remy's Ratatouille Adventure was pushed back into October 1st, 2020, but was not cancelled. Disney Cemetery. In Maryland, apparently, there is a Disney cemetery. I don't see the relation there. Michael Eisner blackmail. In 1987, Michael Eisner blackmailed MCA to try and stop them. Pete Mascot. Peg-Leg Pete once had a walk-around character in the parks and he was really creepy looking. Walt's final ride. Walt rode Pirates of the Caribbean one last time before his death. Wishes Make-A-Wish. Make-A-Wish Foundation helps children with illnesses make their dreams come true. A lot of kids pick to go to Disney World. So that is the Disney Parks Iceberg. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments. I'll try to answer as many as I can. And I'm sorry for the things I could not find. Research is great unless you can't find something, so yeah, it's crazy. And if you did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing. It would make me a very happy man. And with that, I'll see you in the next one. Have a magical day, everybody.